and welcome to my craft room. If you haven't been here before, welcome. My name is Sue and I just craft for fun. But this month I thought I would challenge myself and do something a little bit different. So in this video I'm showing that I'm just going to use some dies that I have in my inventory. I found though that doing this challenge that when I was going through my dies, there's certain dies that are better for this project than others. Some of them you need the stamp in order to get the dimension of the die, of what it is. For instance, flowers or some of the animals, you need that stamp in there to see what it is. Otherwise it's a weird shape. So my challenge was to find a die that once I cut it out, it would be what it is. And today I'm using Crafter's Companion, Sarah Davies, her tropical line. I used an embossing folder from that set, and I used a hibiscus flower. And what was nice about the hibiscus flower is it has the leaves, the flower, and the stamen all in one. So I could run all those items through I have a Cuttlebug, through that, and emboss all at one time and get those done. And I just used scraps of paper. I didn't pull any new paper on that. I just used the scraps from my folders. I did take the ink that is from Crafter's Companion and run it over the flower, the red flower, to kind of pop out the embossing a little bit more. I did use some Distress Oxide Lucky Clover on well, it's not a leaf, but like the little flower leaf, in order to pop the dimension on that. And those were the two products that I used that weren't just dies. Then I went and I found a flower pot that was also from Crafter's Companion, and I'll link their website down below. And with the flower pot, I found one that was like a medium-sized flower pot. Now, with this one, if I had cut it out first and then embossed it, and then put it through the embossing folder of the basket one, I found that it took away the embossing of the die. So I ran it through the basket weave embossing folder first, and I used Gina K's copper paper for that, and I'll link Gina K's website down below. So I used embossed it first, then ran it through the machine to cut it out, and then embossed again, and it only embossed around the frame, which is what I wanted. And so when I folded it down, it looks like a flower pot that has the edges on it. So to put the card together, I put some double sticky tape on the flap of the card, of the flower pot, just to keep it down. And then on the back of it, I put some foam tape that I have to raise it up off the card a little bit. And as you can see, I embossed the folder too for the frame behind the flower pot. Then I double stickied the tape to the flower pot, put that on the card, and then I was able to put some foam tape on the flower and start putting that together. And the flower is raised up a little bit so that I could get the leaves behind it. And since the flower pot is raised and the flowers, it made it really easy. And for the leaves, I used Gina K's Connect glue, and you can be messy with that and just put on all the white glue. And what's nice about her glue is it dries clear. So as you can see, when I put it on the card, you can see the white, but it dried clear and you don't see it at all. So once I put all that together, then I can put the card itself. I put it on some tomato soup cardstock that is also from her, and put that together. And one of the things that I've done on another card is I used some crystal drops and put that on the leaves to kind of give it some water if you want to do that, or any type of a jewel. But the main image video today was just to use the dies. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I have more. And please come back to my craft room anytime. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.